infants receive a word of protection. I see a cry in the home of Chagoranyi. The reason God has sent me to cause a word to silence his enemies and to silence they that want to revenge. People who are tired are many, but because they cannot avenge or revenge on they that made them tired, they can choose to avenge on they that are fighting against they that made them tired. I raise a hand upon Uganda that this planned assassination upon this young man may be averted now. My finger goes to the current NRM Kada, the Kadogos. So there are some Kadogos who are already paid money to cause a mayhem upon the nation. Not necessarily from state powers, no. These are saboteurs. No ignorant person doesn't know that the death of Chagoranyi now leaves a total collapse of this nation. No one doesn't know this. So the enemy or the people operating under enemy influence may think of this as a way for destroying a nation. May it not come to pass. When Moses is still breathing a word of power, may it not, Kadogos, be warned. This is the word of God. May they be exposed, the three. Others are rebels, others are Tanis. I thought once you are welcomed in a nation, you become a national event. May the coming of this funny man from exile had Chakabari not died, this man was not going to be called back. So the God who protected you not to die in exile doesn't expect you to do such a mistake in a nation that made you who you are today. Father, thank you for exposing him as an individual so that he may not allow this hand to destroy a nation broad day when Moses is watching over his land. It is my duty because Kanomande not try this trigger to kill Chagoranyi. Broad day, this is live broadcast of Moses in the Horn of Africa. Finish. Share. Oh, this was the message. I think that was burning in my heart. This is what God wanted to know. That we are still protecting his affairs in a bigger way. In a bigger way. In a bigger way. Enemies, they fear truth. You will hear this news that some people were arrested and were linked to the evil hand of a terror group sponsored by retired generals like Mande and his composites of the old guards. So, because I was praying that if this government is to change, then these old people, let them be put aside so that these other young men who still think beyond 50s can help the land be arranged to accommodate the current demand. There is a big demand. There is a big demand, but if this land is left into the hands of old guards, this message goes to the president of Uganda, that as you negotiate with these people over the change of government by military takeover, make sure you don't pile in more old people. They will not listen to what you have agreed. Put one on top, but the rest let them be these younger men. They will help you a lot than piling them, than piling old men whom you think will be protecting you. I saw this meeting is over. The meeting was held. I was asking God, If he the one going to take the man to the hospital, he said, no, no, it is him who asked for it. Never ask God sickness. He can bring death. This is how God is a free giver. You can say, I'll be sick for 3 days, and you announce the takeover. When you, by the time you say, I'm going to be sick by yourself, God can bring a death sentence upon you, and you suffer the sickness that leads to death when God had not allowed it to happen in that way. But He has allowed the military takeover. We shall pray for you people, not see danger. Airports are open, don't worry. Borders are still open. I am yet even to open the border of Sudan, says the Lord, and He knows why. Because the border of Sudan, in quotes, the border of Sudan, in quotes, there are younger generals who sought or who think when all programs fail that they can come in the power of fire. May it not happen. If it failed with Konyi, it will never succeed with any person who is black.
The wife of Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine has been speaking to journalists from her hospital bed in Kampala after soldiers came to her home looking for her husband. Barbara Itungu Kyagulanyi said she was held at gunpoint and strangled during the raid.
That same man held me by my hair, lifted me up. We have poles in the sitting room, and hit my head on the pole and slit my mouth. So when he hit me, he pulled me down and sat me down. Then he pushed my head and I went down, and they sat on me. I could feel 4 bodies seated on me. Then he said, will you give me the password? I said again in Unyankore, you have already done enough. You are not getting the password.
Bobi Wine went into hiding after last week's presidential election. Yoweri Museveni won a 7th term in office, a result Wine denounced as blatant theft. Museveni's son, who heads the country's army, has vowed to hunt down Wine and kill him.
One of the main reasons was to look for my husband, because his phone has been home. I switched it on yesterday because there is a password I was looking for. And then that was like at around 3. So I think they got a signal of his phone, and then they were sure he was home. But he had left his phone behind.
Wine's lawyer has called on the international community to demand immediate, verifiable guarantees of Wine's safety and ensure that he can return to his family without harm.
They came to terrorize me, to put me in this situation so that wherever my husband is, he can come out. I want to encourage him to stay wherever he is. I am okay. I can take care of myself. And the other thing, they came to steal our property because they stole everything valuable that we have. Life wasn't long.
Observers said the election was marred by an internet shutdown lasting days and the repression of the opposition. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has said he's following the situation with concern.